sending the right signals to our brain. Okay, so this is the second part of our presentation. It's going to be based on the book The Yes Brain. I mentioned this book before. I think it's a really good resource either for parents or for providers. So I'm going to try to summarize it and give you the most of the information. Let's start. So living a happy and meaningful life. I know we all, as parents or providers, we have the goal to empower the children and provide them with tools that promote confidence, happiness, self-control, success, etc. But all these is a learning process. It's not something that happens right away. How can we do that? According to this book, when you develop a yes brain, you produce 4 keys or characteristics: balance, resilience, insight, and empathy. And I'm going to go over all of them. So the first one is balance. So it's the ability to manage your emotions and behaviors so the kids are less likely to lose control. Then we have resilience. That is the ability to bounce back when life throws you a problem or when struggles arise. And then the insight is the ability to look within and understand themselves, then use what they have learned and make good decisions. Then empathy, the ability to understand the perspective of another, then care enough to take action to make things better when it's appropriate. So what is the yes brain? By nature, humans react vitally and emotionally different to the words no and yes. Research shows that humans respond to the word no or to negative input by feeling reactive. This makes it almost impossible for us to interact with each other, to listen, or to make good decisions on connections. As a result, we shut down, and by consequence, we can't learn any new concepts or information. Our focus on survival and self-defense kicks in, leaving you feeling guarded and shut down when it comes to interacting with the world or learning new lessons. Your nervous system initiates a reactive fight, flight, freeze, or faint response. Fight means lashing out, flight means escaping, and freeze means temporarily immobilizing yourself, and faint means collapsing and feeling helpless. Any of these 4 reactive responses to threat can become trigger, preventing you from being open, connecting to others, and being flexible to respond. In contrast, when we listen to the word yes, or we are in the yes state where we receive positive input, we tend to be receptive and open to engage with our peers. We feel capable of addressing challenges in a stronger and flexible way. In this yes brain state, we open ourselves to a sense of equanimity and harmony, allowing us to absorb, assimilate, and learn from new information. Everyone at some point falls into the no brain state, even adults. So what the yes brain state does is when you have it underlined as a default, your failures are short-lived. Teaching them to have a yes brain, it doesn't mean that you are always saying yes to them. What it means is that you explain how their actions make them who they are, and you are giving them the skills that they need to succeed and to decide who they want to be. Here I'm presenting a model of the hand model of the brain that is by Dr. Siegel. It's a very simple illustration, and we're going to talk more about it in the next video that we're going to watch. But basically, when the children are developing in the early stage, when you're young, you have neuroplasticity. So that what it means is that your brain is constantly changing. When you make them aware of their emotions, you give them control of their life. So actively choosing how you want to feel and teaching them with love, you are helping them to let them know that you're there for them. You want to give them prize and you want to let them know why are they contributing to make it better. You also want to give them validation, but not a review. You're not always trying to point out what are they doing wrong. You want to listen what they're saying with your words and your actions. What it means, if your child or the child is talking to you, your eyes should be looking at them. Right now, I understand that we're super busy, and usually they're talking to us and you're like, yeah, 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 and you're looking around, you're looking to something else, or you're trying to prepare a meal, or you're changing a diaper. But it's super important for them to feel that you're actually actively listening to them with your eyes, with your face, but also with your actions. You are their safety net, and they can always come to you when they feel that you're actively listening to them. This model shows if you make a fist with your hand, this is what we call a hand model of your brain. Remember how you have a left side and right side to your brain. Well, you also have an upstairs and downstairs part of your brain. The upstairs brain is where you make good decisions and do the right thing even when you are feeling really upset. Now lift your fingers up and a little bit and see where your thumb is. That's the part of your downstairs brain, and it's where you really have big feelings, and they come from it. Lets you care about other people and feel loved, and it also lets you feel upset, like when you are very mad or frustrated. There is nothing wrong with feeling upset. That's normal, especially when you are upstairs. Your upstairs brain helps you to calm down. For example, close your fingers again. See how the upstairs thinking part of your brain is touching the thumb. So it can help you downstairs brain to express your feelings calmly. Sometimes you flip your lid. So sometimes when you get really, really upset, we can flip our lid. Raise your fingers like this and see how your upstairs brain is no longer touching your downstairs brain. That means it can help it to stay calm. The way our brain is built determines how we react to different situations. Learning that helps us to understand how we can cultivate empathy in ourselves and also in our children. Please go back to our Facebook group page and put your comments and thoughts. Also, let me know if this information was helpful and how can you apply it.